It's 98.7 FM and 98.7fm.com. It's Darren Rose. Joining me on the phone right now is Josh Walker, CEO of CityVoter. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, Darren. How are you doing this morning?
I'm great. Any big plans this weekend?
Oh, in Boston, we're just digging out, but I'm actually getting out of town. I'm going to take the family to St. John, so I can't complain.
Oh, now, yeah, you guys got some pretty insane weather out there.
We got about 3 feet of snow here. It's ridiculous. It really is.
St. John seems like a good change of pace.
A good plan B for sure, yeah. But look, you got some exciting stuff going on in LA right now. Do you know what's up?
Well, there's a few things. Why don't you share what you know?
I'll share what I know, and then you can share what you know. You've been nominated as the best radio personality in LA in our 4th annual Hotlist contest.
Get out of here.
So you're hip to this, right? I mean, you know people are voting right now.
Yes, we're just being shy and humble over here, so we wanted to have you say it.
Oh, well, I'm happy to say it for you. There's over 100 votes right now in the category. You're up against some pretty stiff competition. I mean, I don't know how it rolls in other cities that we do, but you've got some national guys running up against you. Are you ready for that? I mean, can you take on the Carson Dailys of the world?
Of course. Who can't take on Carson Daly?
I'm not one to comment on that. I've been watching your videos, though. There's only one way for us, obviously, to listen over here in Boston, and it seems like you've got a pretty dedicated following.
Well, actually, there's two ways. If we could go ahead and segue into a quick little plug here. We started doing a cool thing on our website where you can stream 24/7. We don't play any commercials if you listen to us online. So,
I definitely haven't listened to you online, but I've been watching the little video segments you do after your show, and they're really entertaining.
Yeah, well, we try to keep it entertaining. We're very music intensive. We're very local, and I think that's what people dig about Music in the Morning on 98.7. Now, tell us how you got started with CityVoter. You guys have been around since '05. How was this all conceived?
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. I mean, around '05, really MySpace and Facebook were just kind of starting to hit their crazy inflection points, and Yelp was out there too, and everybody was saying, oh, you have to read all these reviews on Yelp to find out where the best places are and who the best things are in the city. And we figured, well, why would you want to read all that stuff when we can just give you a best of list, the way that city magazines do? So we went out and we said if we could really figure out a way to collect votes and make sure that nobody was stuffing the ballots and it wasn't some big joke, we could have a really good definitive list of the best places in LA. So we went out, we built the software, and we've been now in 40 cities across the country.
Yeah, no, I've always wondered about that. With any sort of online voting, online reviews, how is it policed? I mean, how do you prevent, say, my mom and everybody in my family tree going on and voting? And obviously, we could sit here and plug and say, go vote for Music in the Morning, but, is it all legit, or is there some stuffing that goes on?
Well, first and foremost, we encourage you to get out the vote, and we basically do this as a big popularity contest. I mean, certainly those businesses that aren't that great run out of popularity, right?
Right.
They can't get thousands and thousands of fans to vote for them. They can jumpstart it with their family, their employees, their friends, but at a certain point, they can't create new ones without being an awesome business, and you can't create new fans without having great listeners. So, it's one of those situations where this certainly is a popularity contest, but we've specialized in what we do now for 6 years. And it's not just balloting, it's not just polling. We've got some legitimate software on the back end that makes sure that people aren't cheating, and we've got a lot of gaming mechanics on the site that make sure that people are only voting for the businesses they love.
And what's the nomination process? How do people do that?
Yeah, so we put the company ourselves, we research when we start a market back in 2007 now, when we started LA. We built the first 500 businesses and the first 500, radio stations, celebrity kind of people. So there were about 500 things on the site people could vote for, but it's an open nomination process. So as soon as you're on there voting, we say, hey, if there's anything we're missing, let us know. And so now there's over 6,000 businesses right now where people can go on and vote, and those have been all nominated by the people.
And let's talk a little bit about the prizes. Obviously, other than bragging rights, what's in it for the businesses, the voter?
Well, the business that gets the most votes will receive a $500 donation in their name to a charity of their choice. So we try to keep this as very much a local flavor where we can actually get businesses involved for the good of the local community. So we don't want to give them money, but they have the opportunity to give money to the charity of their choice. So we try to do the goodwill, feel-good thing about actually getting them out there and spreading the word. For consumers, it's very much appealing to their vanity and their seeking pleasure. There's a $10,000 giveaway on here that really gets applied to Gilt City Spa and Services. So Gilt City is one of these companies now that's out there providing deals to great local businesses in the luxury area. They've given away $10,000 worth of their services, and when people vote, they can automatically enter that giveaway.
Got it. Now, Josh, you mentioned you're from Boston and city voters in 40 cities. What city do you feel like you know the best? I mean, are you originally from Boston? Where did you grow up? Do you have certain kind of affinity to certain cities? And I'll tell you where I'm going with this question in a second.
Yeah, no, look, I've been in Boston now for over a decade. I've done most of my professional career here. I probably know this city the best, but my company itself is huge in Seattle. So we had 200,000 people vote in Seattle this year in 8 weeks. That was phenomenal, and so we get a lot of great feedback and insight into what makes that city amazing.
I'm actually originally from Seattle, great city.
So you know King 5's Best of Western Washington?
I do.
Yeah, so we ran that, and we run that for them now, and we have for the last 3 years, and this year it just went gangbusters. I mean, we literally had over 200,000 people vote in 8 weeks and 400,000 votes. The local politicians and coaches were involved. It was really fun.
Just out of curiosity, Josh, as a side note for you and I just talking here, are you able to take the software, take the programming that you have for CityVoter and implement it into like a site? Let's say 98.7 FM wanted to do a nominate your favorite local band. What's the best local band? And it's sponsored by CityVoter, and people, Nico Vega, for example, and there's 50 bands listed. Then people have 2 weeks to go vote. Do you? Because it sounds like that's what you did with Channel 5, King 5 up there. Do you just integrated what CityVoter does with their platform? That's
exactly right. I mean, that's how we usually roll. In fact, the Hotlist that we're running this year is the first time CityVoter's doing it ourselves. It used to be with MyFox LA.
Okay.
And we used to run it as a co-brand with them. So that's exactly what we do. We do it for media companies, Entercom, Clear Channel, and others. If you look on the site, there actually is a live band section, and we get an enormous number of viral entries into that section. So, that could be something we can do down the road. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, curious, because we do a lot of, we're very, integrated with social media and our Music in the Morning site's a big part of our on-air show. So, where I was going with that question, so let's say I'm a huge margarita and burger guy. I love my margaritas, love my burgers. If I wanted to go find out the best burger in Los Angeles as voted on by the people, how would I do that?
Well, you'll go to la.cityvoter.com, and I think it's March 28th. We'll start announcing the winners, and during that period of time, you'll see exactly how many votes the winners got, how many comments and reviews they got, and you'll have your top 5 list.
And, of course, you guys have tons of categories. Burgers are in there, margaritas?
Margaritas are probably in there. I mean, there's over
sushi,
150 categories.
And that's a great way, because I'm, like a lot of people, I think you want to go out on Friday night, or you want to go get dinner somewhere, and you're like, where the hell am I going to go? People nominate their favorite restaurants, so that's a good place to just go and kind of get ideas of where to eat.
Yeah, and we've got all the past winners on the site. I mean, we've been running this now. This is the 4th year, so you can even go back and look at who won last year, and all this stuff is accessible on the mobile phone. And we get a ton of traffic, just people using their smartphones when they're out and about looking for a place to grab a drink or grab a bite.
And most importantly, you're going to want to go to lacityvoter.com and vote for Music in the Morning.
That's the best part about this. I mean, all the DJs really get fired up and have a fun time with it. We had this guy in Boston put down a challenge to his listeners that he's going to get over 1,000 votes, and he put up a wager, and he just had a really good time plugging in and have fun on the air. So hopefully you'll do the same, and hopefully you'll get to see all the wonderful things your listeners say about you.
Oh, I think we will. I think we'll be hitting this hard. Voting is up through March 18th. So get
Yeah.
out there and do it. We'll tweet the link to everybody. You can follow us at 987LA to find out exactly where to go vote and vote for 98.7 FM. Josh Walker, CEO of CityVoter, thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning.
Hey, Darren, thanks for having me, and really have fun with it.
Thanks again, man, and we'll catch up soon.